in that business, obviously the balance sheet of that new business goes up by the value of the assets you've put in there. The proposal is that if that value is more than 20%, it should be taxed, which I can see the Honorable Kioni is looking at me. These are not my proposals, Honorable Kioni. This is what is contained in the finance bill at clause 26. So do not throw your cap at Buddy and I. This is, I mean, it is a bit outlandish. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to invite my colleague, Honorable Buddy. Please proceed. I will use that one.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. At times, I know when people start engaging on issues, finances, sometimes we find it boring. Try to make it a little bit more interesting. What actually Honorable Nderitu was saying on capital gains tax is, if today, Honorable Kioni, together with your wife, you enter into a partnership and you're running your partnership and you decide that you want to give some of your assets, including your house or building, for that business, then of course the total balance sheet of the business will go up. And if that increase is more than 20%, the Ruto government is telling us that that must now be taxed. So that is a simple explanation of that. But I want to now focus more on VAT. You know, Kenyans have just been talking about one aspect or one particular amendment to the VAT Act, and that is the amendment that is touching on fuel and petroleum products, which is found under clause 28. Yes, the proposal is to increase that from the current 8% to 16%, something that we defeated a few months ago. And now, if that happens, obviously, then the cost of transportation in this country will be high, whether it is individual transportation or private transportation or transportation of produce, agricultural produce to the market. It will increase. That will definitely increase the cost of basic commodities. It will also affect the cost of construction, and that is where we find disconnects between Ruto's policies. In one way or the other, they are talking of affordable housing. In another, they are taking away that by making the cost of construction very expensive, because there will be transportation of materials to the various construction sites. But that is not the end. If you go to clause 30 of the bill, clause 30 of the bill is the one that the Prime Minister talked about. The insurance compensation. Yesterday, I watched my colleagues struggling to mislead Kenyans, the chair of the Finance Committee, trying to say that this one is only touching on those supplies where input VAT had been paid, and now there is an accident, maybe fire has burnt the business, and so you are being compensated, and so you could claim input tax twice. You know, interestingly, I want us to engage our minds to this. First, this MP was trying to think the law, but not what is in this bill. What he was saying is thinking the law. The truth is, for you to be refunded input tax in this country, you must have sold the commodity. So, before it is sold, you cannot be refunded input tax. So something that is burnt has not been sold. And there is no insurance company which will compensate you at the selling price. They will compensate you at the cost at which you acquired the commodity. So what he was telling us was simply playing with our psychology. What is provided in this bill is that if you get compensation, that compensation will be taxed at 16%. That is the truth. And that no one can run away from that. I want to go straight to clause 33, which is proposing a number of amendments. And I will start, interestingly, ladies and gentlemen, Ruto has been telling Kenyans that why don't you praise me for the 20 items that I have now exempted? But most of those items that he's talking about were actually zero-rated. Presently, they are zero-rated. Now, they are being moved from zero-rated